Greetings from South Carolina. I'm with Dr. El-Ansary, the professor at the University of South Carolina in Islamic Studies. And this professor helped us promote the Why Do You Fear Me event by doing a WIS TV interview. And you didn't really even know what you were promoting before before it happened.
It was an act of faith.
Okay. But it was. But you saw the webcast, and what are your thoughts?
Oh, I think it's so important. It's such a wonderful service that you're doing for the relationship between the Muslim and Christian communities, which of course comprise the majority of the world's population. And I think it's obviously most Christians will understand that when they hear of an incident like what Timothy McVeigh did, they can put that in perspective. They know that doesn't represent mainstream Christianity. But when they hear about acts of violence committed by Muslims in the name of Islam, Christians, Westerners, obviously, understandably, don't know how to put that in perspective, whether that's the periphery or the mainstream. And so I think that it's so important for programs such as yours to help our fellow Americans understand where the spectrum is and what is representative of Islam and what isn't. And that's not taking a theological position to say that, you know, you have less than 1 in 10,000 Muslims as militants. That's not a theological position. That's just stating what the facts are on the ground. And so I think you do a tremendous service.
Well, thank you for your willingness to encourage people to watch and actually participate in this ongoing discussion. It's exciting to have my alma mater, the University of South Carolina, engaged with this discussion with us. What would you say to Muslims who would be out there as participants in the Why Do You Fear Me? I mean, it was geared towards an evangelical Christian audience to discuss the realities of the Middle East, but I think it's important that we have Muslim friends participate in this discussion as well. And if they saw the Why Do You Fear Me event, I mean, what do you think their reaction would be to that? I mean, it was not really focused at them, but what would you say?
Right. Well, I think first of all, they would have a similar reaction to me in that respect, but also to dispel some of the stereotypes that also many Muslims, perhaps living in the Islamic world, might have about Americans. And so, for example, when we see on Middle Eastern television, I mean, what comes on? Bold and the Beautiful and all these other movies,
right.
You know, and so that gives a very misleading impression about what America is all about and what Americans are all about. And Americans are just wonderful, wonderful people. And I think that when Muslims kind of come and get to know them better, that will, I think, help further our relations.
Yeah, outstanding. And you mentioned even the possibility of having some of your students take a look at the webcast.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I want to assign it extra credit.
Okay, I desperately needed those extra credit.
Right. No, you were in the honors college. You were a very fine student.
Anyway, thank you again for your support, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you better as we begin to continue the discussion that was started on January 28th with the Why Do You Fear Me event.
Great, thank you.